Hi, Patreon customers. Assuming you have just watched the program on Frank Swallow's postcard production, we're going to talk a little more about postcards. I'm only going to tell you 3 things about postcards that are important. I haven't even left the chair where I was just sitting. Okay, first off, when you're trying to figure out how old your postcard is, you can do this by checking the back of the postcard. Postcards have 2 different types of backs. One is called an undivided back, like this one. The entire address goes onto the back, and the Postal Service wouldn't allow you to put any messages back here until 1907. And then they created what we're more commonly used to today, which is a divided back where you put your address on one side and you could put your message on the other side. So how did you send somebody a message before this? Well, postcard producers used to always leave a blank space, and you could try to cram your entire message into that one little space. This person has tried to get a whole message in. I will write later, wish you Happy New Year, into that one little spot. Okay, so that's one thing. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about a little bit was if you're collecting postcards, picture postcards, how to store them properly, because they will degrade over time. Originally, people used to keep all of their picture postcards in albums like this. As you can see, there are problems with this method. They're falling apart. The paper tends to be acidic. It's going to harm the photos, and we'll probably remove them from this album at some point. To store your postcards, buy some of these plastic postcard sleeves. Actually, they're made out of Mylar, which is a nice inert plastic. And they'll just slide right in here, and you can keep track of your postcards, and you can handle them without worrying that you're going to rub off anything. So that's number 2. Number 3, I want you to make sure that you have a lot of fun just reading some of the messages that people write on the back of their picture postcards, because people use these like email. They could be sent so quickly. You'd get mail sometimes 2 times a day, and in Exeter, you could send a message to your friend who was down at the beach by using the streetcar. So they would get there really fast. This particular postcard that you're looking at closely right now says, "Dear Grandpa, got home at 5:30. Jewel seemed very well this morning and did not lie down. Will write sometime." Jewel's probably a horse, because you wouldn't want your horse to lie down. That's a bad sign. So you know there's some sort of little drama going on with that. Make up your own mind when you're doing those. Create a backstory. They're a lot of fun to read. You're checking out what's going on in people's lives. Thank you for being Patreon members. We appreciate your sponsorship, and we always need your support.